All right, we are back. I'm not sure what number episode this is, but it's August 9th. It's a nice afternoon, and it's me and Platinum Rob on. The others are enjoying their summer, and rightfully so. Uh,
Yep.
Robert, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty well, actually. How are you?
That's, I am good. I'm actually getting ready for go down to Wildwood for a couple days. It's gonna be a long week in a good way. But I wanted to talk to the people before going on vacation, upload an episode, and disappear into the remainder of the summer.
Yep. I was playing Arc Raiders before I got on here, and I lost a lot of stuff in two bad rounds. So I'll try not to let my anger spill into the podcast.
How was that game going? I know I've kind of my loot shooter information has kind of dried up since my watch has ended on Destiny, Destiny 2. But how's that game going?
Not too bad. I mean, it's getting its periodic updates. People are kind of upset about it, but
Hmm.
as for what it is, if you want to play it, fighting Arc and eventually and occasionally fighting other characters and other players,
Hmm.
it's not bad. The main problem a lot of people are having are with cheaters, but that's almost only with the heavy and hardcore PvP players.
Okay.
Yeah, most other people don't run into the people like that. So as long as they made it pretty clear how their rules are for aggression based matchmaking. So if you play
Hmm.
passively, you'll end up with other passive players, and if you play hardcore PvP, you'll end up with hardcore PvP players. But overall, I like the game still. It's still fun to me.
Okay.
Um,
And
yeah,
what about Division? How's that going?
it's really going good right now. Just we're in the middle of season 8 right now. We got some announcements from Gamecom about the new Survivors DLC, which is an extraction shooter in and of itself,
Hmm.
reminiscent of the first game, where you crash into the dark zone in the cold and you have to try to survive and escape.
Okay.
And then also we're going to get our crossplay news that we've been waiting for a long time. So we're
Okay.
waiting for the end of the month for all that news.
Okay. Um. All right. That sounds good. Honestly, for me, gaming wise, my year of remakes has continued. I'm on Black Flag right now, and like I spent so much time on that game. I really did the original one, and it's picked right back up. Sinking ships and um, you know, building your fleet in your little pirate town and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's very addictive and one of the more beautiful games I've ever played. But they've changed just a couple of things. I don't have a problem with this version of a remake instead of like just re-releasing the game on a new system. Like make little changes. I know it works in Resident Evil and the two. How many did I play? I played two Resident Evil remakes, and I enjoyed both of them. Um, the little changes made the game a little fresh and controlling updates and whatnot. So my year continues. I know Metal Gear uh, Guns of the Patriots comes out at the end of this month, so I can't wait for that either. I have not played that game in a number of years, um, so I can't wait to get into that one. The one remake I didn't get into was the Snake Eater on the
Oh
it
yeah.
was on the Unreal Engine.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't do it. I don't know why, um, but I know that's still in the back of my head. That's something I may check out.
Yeah.
Um,
My friend Robin, who's been on the show a few times, I think he played this Snake Eater remake, and I think he said he liked it because he went through like the whole series, all the new versions
mhm,
of it, all the re-releases.
mhm. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna bring the matters to the floor here. We'll talk about Spider-Man. Wait, what's this one called? What's this one called?
Brand new day.
Brand New Day. So what did you? You can go first. What did you think of the movie?
I thought it was quite excellent, actually. I was going in with pretty high expectations anyway, because it's a
Mhm.
Spider-Man movie. I don't think any of them have been bad, honestly. Um, yeah, we got a really good director in it. The casting was really good, and I think they did a great job of um, not spoiling too much of it in the trailers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I had heard rumors that a character was going to be in this movie, but I didn't know what capacity that they were going to take,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very surprising. It was very They did a very good misdirects in the trailers of what some of the characters were going to do as well, like the
Mm-hmm.
Hand, their participation, and Bruce's participation, and yeah, I thought it was good, and I think it was good that they made it as long as they did too, because it gave the
Yes.
movie time to
Develop.
give us time to breathe in the scenes and let them
Mm-hmm.
play out naturally instead of getting cut too short and adding some
Mm-hmm.
dumbass quip to it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think overall it was good. I like everything they did in it, really, pretty much.
I I liked it a lot too. I think this was one of their feel good movies. Like this, despite little things, this movie was like one of the great movies. I felt good coming out of it. I like Tom Holland. There are a lot of actors in there I like. Tom Holland and John Barenthal talked about John over the years. Like I'm just glad like he's getting this opportunity um, to just shine. Like he's almost the same guy in all the movies. I have no problem with that because I love
Yeah,
John that much. But
yeah,
you know, like Tom Holland, watching him, like he's almost really grown up in front of us in the MCU. And this movie, I was curious about where they were going to take Spider-Man after the last one because we are conditioned like, oh, it's a trilogy. This is it for him. Like, what's going to happen? But they gave him another, maybe another trilogy, and
yeah.
they got him on track. We finally see the Spider-Man that we've seen in the comics in the city, uh,
We
broker
see
or
some actual
whatever.
web swinging from his point of view. Yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
So that was beautifully done. Um, Now there are a couple of things that like it kind of it was like this again or they're really going to do this. The Punisher kind of being what's the word? Being friendly. He's come a
Watered
long.
down a little bit.
Yeah, he's come a long way. I know there was questions about how is he going to fit into this movie, and I just I like John so much that like it didn't even matter to me. It didn't matter. The relationship was funny, and it was unique. It was something different. Um, the hand being like diminished to that, like I was just like, ugh, you know. But
Yeah.
the number one issue that I have was damage control again. Why do they keep going to this thing? Like as soon as I heard their name, I was like, "Oh, it's them,
Yep.
it's them." So like I remember them in Miss Marvel, um, chasing, and they were in something else. Um,
They were in the
well, they
second
were in the
Spider-Man.
first. Yeah, they weren't. They were in the second Spider-Man.
It was the one with the Vulture, right?
The
Was that the?
first one. Yeah, yeah, they were
Okay,
in that.
sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, and they were actually doing what they did in the comics, which was clean up the messes afterwards. Now they're they're like this. Nothing good comes out of them. Like it's. I don't.
they've turned
Like
into like
with
a Hydra that's not racially motivated
yeah,
anymore.
it's like you Shield was removed because there was too much bad going on, but damage controls picked up the baton and kept the the we know better. We know we're going to do whatever we want for the good of whoever it might be, and
And
what was the
honestly,
point?
it kind of feels like damage control getting to where they is Spider-Man's fault. They got all of the Chitauri technology. They got the Vulture's technology.
Yeah.
They got Iron Man's his the glasses that Tony gave to Spider-Man.
Did
They got
they?
those. They got Edith.
When,
Yeah,
when did they get that?
wasn't it? Shoot, I can't remember now. I'm pretty sure there was a post I saw somewhere that everybody was asking whatever happened to those glasses that Tony
Okay.
gave Spider-Man, and they said the Damage Control had it, but I don't remember where they got that from. Maybe it was in Miss Marvel and we didn't see it.
Yeah, because I can tell you when.
And now they have the power suppressing things that Spider-Man developed just by looking at Tony's or Bruce's arm gauntlet.
Yeah. it, that I was really so it was Sword when everything to me is like pre and post Infinity War Endgame. So post post Thanos, it was Sword, and then it was Damage Control or the two agencies. I know they were in something else. Let's look this up. So they were okay. Here we go. So She-Hulk, Spider-Man: Homecoming introduced as a joint operation with Stark Industries to clean up alien superpower debris. Okay, we talked about that. No Way Home. Oh yeah. So Spider-Man: No Way Home returns to interrogate Peter Parker, MJ, Ned, and Aunt May after Mysterio frames Peter. So I do
Right.
remember
Okay. It was
that
after the
now.
Mysterious one. So yeah, that was the second one.
And Miss Marvel features heavily as an antagonistic government agency tracking Kamala Khan with Agent P. Clearly and Agent Sadie Deaver. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, appears in relation to superpower regulation and law enforcement. Secret Invasion, shown to have been secretly infiltrated by the Skrulls. So here we go. As as hard as Shield was brought down for their machinations, I think we got to look at damage control.
We needed to find another government agency to hate because
Yeah,
Sword is in space right now.
Just bring back Shield. Like this is it's needed. Apparently, it's needed.
Yeah.
Because they if Shield is doing this amoral stuff, this is kind of what put Nick Fury out of business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of these dealings and everything, but it's okay if other people does it. So anyway,
well, maybe they'll show up in Vision Quest and we'll actually get something done with them.
Yeah, like it's I need something done. I need damage control impeached or whatever it is. They need to be put on trial. But other than that, I love the movie. I really did. It was some feel good stuff in there. Some touching moments. Like the biggest moment was right at the end when the handshake with Ned was, and he remembered them. Like I thought that was great. I thought Tom Holland was great. Zendaya was great. The kid that plays Harry was great. I did miss Flash in this one, as simple as Sadie Sink. She was good. She picked up where she left off in Stranger Things, and the whole thing. The actors were just good. The story was capable, and like you said, all the time was needed to get through this movie, and we got on. We may have to reevaluate the best Spider-Man actor soon, because this is like 6 or 7 movies playing Spider-Man now. Like Cap, he's got the 4 Spider-Man movies, and Avengers, Endgame, and Infinity War 7. It's been Spider-Man 7 movies. So that's more than Toby and Andrew combined at this point.
Yeah.
And he's had a good arc. He's had a really good arc. He was there. What was that? Phase 3? that was as close as you can get to the beginning because Civil War was one of the first ones in that phase, and it was good. It was just really really good. It was one of their I don't know their last really good movie that I felt good about. Like Deadpool Wolverine was something different. Um,
Yeah, that was a
it was
fun
just
movie. It wasn't
it
necessarily a
was
good movie.
right. Um, but that one made money too, and this one made
Uh-huh.
a lot of money. So you know, like Holland, you're going to be playing Spider-Man till you're with the Ryan Reynolds say you're going to be playing Wolverine till you're
So
what
you're 90.
till you're 90. Like yeah, Holland, you're going to be playing Spider-Man till you're 90. That being said, I kind of want to look at the DC side of the house right now because the superhero fatigue thing that's been out there the last 3 years, but I think on this show, especially, we talked about just quality of certain things, stories, um, and I don't know. I don't know what Gunn we had a lot of high hope for. I was one of the people. I know a couple people here on the show that were had high expectations, but in the face of this, of Spider-Man, and then you have Superman and you have Supergirl the last 2 years, and they just didn't hit the same. Like the characters, let's just talk about Superman because Superman is on par with Spider-Man as far as like popularity, global popularity, like symbolism, all that good stuff. Um, and it's not hitting right now. Like, is it? What do you think about what Gunn? Well, let's Gunn. I mean, he has plans to make a Jimmy Olsen show.
Yeah.
Like, I think his strength in Marvel is playing against him in DC. Like, DC and Marvel are not the same. If you read comics, you'll understand. Like DC has more of a hierarchy. They have a lot of. I think they have a lot of. What's the word I'm looking for here, Robert? Not lesser known, but I don't want to say obscure. That just seems mean. But they have a lot of
It's
characters
it's apt. Yeah.
let's just say they haven't seen the light of day. Let's say
Yeah.
that, like a lot of characters that may not have shown up in other forms of media besides the comic, and making it harder to sell them. Like I think he should have started from the top instead of started from Creature Commandos. The Creature Commando show, maybe that should have been a Green Lantern animated show or something. Like I'm curious about the Lantern show because I feel that DC has like slept on that property for a number of years. Um, what are your thoughts about what's going on with Gunn and in relevance to what Marvel has done recently?
Um, while I don't necessarily dislike any of his properties, I like James Gunn and I like the stuff that he
Hmm.
does. I think the order in which he is doing them is suspect.
Right.
I think starting with Superman, that's great. That is
Hmm.
the linchpin of the DC universe. It makes
Hmm.
perfect sense to start off with him. Perfectly fine with the world already being populated with heroes and all that stuff. It's just putting the obscure characters above Wonder Woman and Batman. They didn't even cast the Batman yet.
Hmm.
At least get the big three out and establish
Hmm.
the hierarchy of power within the DC. To steal
Hmm.
a quote from Mr.
The
Johnson.
Rock. Right.
um, and I think a lot of the obscure characters should stay on HBO as series and not in
Hmm.
big movies. I think maybe once they get phases done within the DCU, then they can start
Hmm.
kind of branching out to another Suicide Squad movie and some other random crap. I know James Gunn loves his obscure characters because he can take a comedic angle with them much easier
Hmm.
because the characters are basically jokes in and of themselves for sometimes, like Booster Gold and characters that he's brought into Peacemaker.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think his priorities are very mixed up. He's not doing it correctly in my mind. Honestly, I mean, I'm not a director. I'm not a creator.
Right.
I'm just a fan. But if you want to do something to separate yourself from the the vastness that Marvel has created already, then bringing in characters that nobody's heard of or people that aren't as popular as their big characters for the big screen doesn't seem like the right idea. I mean, Supergirl is a good movie. She's a great character. It was written well. It was a great movie, but she's not as popular as Batman. She's not as popular as Wonder Woman.
Right.
And to go with her right after the big one and then go Superman again afterwards, it seems like they're just staying with the superpowered Superman storylines and none of the other people bringing in, unless because I mean he's supposed to be doing a Themyscira movie, which
Mm-hmm.
will not feature Wonder Woman. We haven't heard that. We don't know when that's going to come out or if it's been canceled yet. His Authorities movie was going to be coming out, but that's on the back burner now. Yeah, he needs to be surrounded by people who aren't just going to sit there and say yes to everything that he says and say like, hey, maybe you need to focus on characters that the audience knows if you want this universe to persist, because it's not going to continue if you're just bringing in joke characters from titles that haven't been published or had attention brought onto them
Mm-hmm.
in years.
I it's a shame because I think he might be complicating more than he needs to. I think you know if you decide on who your villain is going to be. Like I know they're scared to. It seems like to be compared to Marvel. Doing the dark side and Justice League or whatever. Like, and I can understand that. Then to start ground base, like get what's the group that runs Suicide Squad, part of Amanda Waller. Um, what is that? What is the name of that agency?
Oh, I'm
Um,
blanking on what it is.
yeah, but like start there. Suicide Squad. Look at what's been working. Suicide Squad did work, right? Like I don't think you need to have another Suicide Squad with Creature Commandos. Um,
Argus,
Wall
that's what it is.
Argus,
Argus.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Establish Argus. Um, Suicide Squad. You can keep up with that, but like, you got to have the League. Um, to me, it would be League. It would be Lanterns to establish the interstellar threats and connecting the two groups at some point. I don't know. You know, do Flash, Green Lantern. You don't even got to start. If you don't want to like start with the big guns, then do Lantern, do Flash. Like maybe because Aquaman was done so recently, maybe not have him as one of the league members.
yeah.
But
And
I think
we've seen Batman exists. He appeared in
right,
the Creature Commandos. You
right.
know,
And like I know he was like, oh, all the Batman stories have been done. No, they haven't. And people keep going back to Batman because Batman works. Nobody in Marvel says like we can't do any more Spider-Man movies
yeah,
because all the Spider-Man movies have been made. Like that's irresponsible to say. Like you got like 30 to 50 years worth of stories. Like pick one, remix it, and make it fit for the screen. And honestly,
yeah,
none of the Batman stories, except maybe Nolan's, like touched on some comic book stuff. Like Keaton and Jack, that was just Joker versus Batman and one of their, you know, paper cut stories. Poison, City, and Terror. Crime and all that stuff. What movies were those movies in the '90s? The Batman movies based on? They weren't based on anything.
no, whatever
And
the
so,
director
like,
felt was necessary.
right. So don't say there are no stories that they've all been told or whatever. Like comic book fans, I feel like we just want to see our stories on the screen. and just done right. Like of course, we know the stories, but we don't have a problem with that.
There are a ton of stories out there. I
There
mean,
are.
there's a few of them that stand out atop of the rest, but there's a plenty of interesting stories that can be adapted for the big screen. No problem. Batman has
Yeah,
hundreds.
yeah. And I think there's actually an issue because of the Patterson Batman. Like because he's doing a good job. One movie so far. I think he should have been incorporated in the Guns universe. Honestly, um, they're complicating that. Um, I don't know. Like if I was Gunn, maybe you just take over what Snyder had done before and just continue that instead of trying to start brand new um, of actors and stories and universes. Um, I don't know. This is just one guy's opinion. Um, but the superhero fatigue, I think it needs to be retired. I think at one point, the people who were putting these stories out were not putting out quality stories, and it just started to take its toll.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think we've mentioned this before. I believe we're not tired. It's not a fatigue of superhero movies. It's just a fatigue of bad movies.
Yes,
Or
yes,
yeah, basically that.
yeah. It's that we had the CGI issue with Marvel a couple years ago. That seems to be over with. Hopefully, some overall direction. Uh, well, speaking of direction, so we can talk about the Doomsday trailer dropped a couple weeks ago, and it was a whole lot of nothing. Not what I mean by that. There wasn't a lot really there. We see Thor, we see Doom, we see the new Avengers,
Yeah,
Fantastic Four, like more like a little bit more what we've seen before. So my only concern, people that have approached me about what I thought about the trailer, I really didn't have any feeling about it because I haven't been overly invested in it because Doom is a new threat that they're proposing to us. We had to call an audible on Kang and the overall direction of Phase 4 and 5. It was, can we say rudderless? Like it was just, we kind of spinning our wheels. There were like hints here and there of like a um, impending doom, or no pun intended there, but nothing that we felt like on the first three phases. Granted, you can't do everything the same way, but I think when you get to a crossover movie, it has to have some threads that tie everyone together. Maybe not. Maybe um, Doomsday. I wish they could have got a better name than that. Doomsday. Maybe it'll be a fantastic movie. Maybe it'll be better than the Infinity War. Be better than Endgame. I'm hoping that, but right now it's just. I think we're just like in a hold pattern right now. We're going to see what happens. Um, what about you? What did you think about trailer, the direction that they're going now?
I mean, I think it gave us a good glimpse of what they're doing without revealing any like plot details. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try to stay away from as many trailers as I can until the movie comes out, just so
All right.
because news is going to be dropping all over the place. There's already leaks. There's already leaked footage and leaked script stuff on Reddit
Really?
that I've skipped by. Yeah, um, don't know if it's real. It could be AI, but I'm not going to click on it regardless because I don't want to see any of it. But um, I mean, I'm hyped enough to go see it. I don't mind the what they put out. Um, but yeah,
Uh,
I feel that they can't really fall back on their COVID excuse for their issues with their movies from their being
no, not at
rudderless
this point. Yeah.
and having so many open threads that they haven't connected. They just need to focus, I guess. And this feels like a culmination of at least most of the good stuff that's been happening in Marvel since the end of Phase 3.
I think we're talking about direction. I think we should have had another Shang-Chi movie by now.
Uh-huh.
They kind of they're dropping a ball on that one. One of the bright spots in Phase 4. But my feeling with my feeling with this movie, I read the story leading up to Secret War, the last one in Marvel, and it was those incursions, and
Uh-huh.
they were good stories. They were, but what Marvel's doing, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a Marvel remix on the Crisis story, and I mean the original Crisis with heroes from multiple um, realities, versions of Earth fighting against one entity. Maybe it's Doom, and we'll see. I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. Um, it'd be nice to see Robert Downey back. It'd be good to see the Russos back, despite my complaints. Well, not let's not they're not complaints, but issues. You don't get this,
Yeah.
but besides uh, my concerns that I've had with them, they've made some of the better Marvel movies that have ever been made. So we'll see. I know they're re-releasing Endgame with some bonus footage or whatever. So they're going to try to establish that this movie spun out of Endgame, which is going to take some creative writing, like some it can be done. We've seen it done in the comics where stories were spun out of story arcs that had no intention of going that way. What's my man's name? Uh, I can't think of his name. He could write comic stories, but he couldn't do movies and TV shows. What's his name?
You gonna bend
Robert,
this?
not Bendis. He did Lantern. He did Flash.
Oh,
Uh,
Jeff Johns.
yes, Johns was really good at pulling great lore out of dead ends or
Uh-huh.
directions that didn't point to where he took it.
Right.
So, like, we'll see what they do.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that like we mentioned, connecting some threads that we haven't seen in a long time, like Doctor Strange and his wife
Yeah,
doing something with incursions, or the
right.
signal that Captain Marvel was checking out, or Hercules at the end of the terrible
Wait,
Thor
Captain
movie.
Marvel? Captain Marvel
Yeah,
was checking out a signal. I thought that
yeah.
was Shang Chi. Was that in his? I thought that
That
was
was
his
the
movie
end.
with
That was the deleted, or not that was the post credit
the
scene of
extra
Shang
credit,
Chi.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
With
okay,
her, Wong, and Bruce, I think.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So is that it? What's her name? Photon or whatever at the end
Oh
of
yeah.
Captain Marvel. She's in the other reality.
So we might see her
Um,
come back when the X Men come
yeah, we
back, and
should. Yeah,
yeah,
we
there's
should.
just a lot of dangling parts
Hmm.
that need to be brought in so we can stop worrying about them, or just say that they're written off. We don't even know
Hmm.
how the Kang thing. They have to say something about it. It can't
They,
just
they they
stop.
really do because it's funny. The movies didn't have like a strong overall direction, but the show, I actually I planned on rewatching this because it was just so confusing. It was Loki. Loki was like in the core of last phase,
Yeah.
because not last phase, but phase 4, because that phase was Disney Plus shows being incorporated into the overall MCU stuff. Um, I need to watch that again because he didn't come and go like we thought, like overall what you might think. He did have a show where he was at the center of, and he
Mm-hmm.
was in that one Ant Man, defeated by the ants movie. So we did have that. Um, so yeah, that does need to be addressed. Also,
No,
does need
yeah,
to
I
be
agree.
addressed.
Because the last thing we saw was him and Loki and the Council of Kings. Basically,
Right,
we have.
right.
I mean, they sure would. They could just write it off and have like a quick 30-second scene of Doom just torching them all or something. But
That's what that's been thrown out there.
yeah,
So we shall see. Also, and Marvel MCU moving forward is we got a new Black Panther. His son's apparently going to be aged up, so we have a new. And what's the gentleman's name? You just said his name.
David Johnson.
That David Johnson.
Yeah, if you saw Alien Romulus or The Long Walk, he stars in both of those.
Right, and we have Sadie Sink. We now know she's Jean Grey. Moving forward, Cyclops has been cast. I'm not familiar with the actor.
His name is Kit Connor. He's in a lot of movies, but I don't think he was starring in a lot of at least the most popular ones.
Okay.
I looked through, like I know Warfare and the Wild Robot and Rocket Man, but he's like side characters in a lot of these. He's he's in Ready Player One as Rebel Kid, so he's in these movies, but he's not a front run star. So
okay, so this is going to be his big break.
I think so. I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like to me.
All right. We got Emma Frost has been cast.
Yeah, Samara.
Actress,
Samara Weaving. Yeah.
Okay, and from the what's it? Ready or Not?
Ready or Not, yeah, and Eeny Meeny. I think she was in one of the Screams.
Okay. And Ghost Rider, which is what's my man's name?
The Goose. Gosling, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, and now that one I know. Mike's looking forward to Ghost Rider. There's a character I always watched. I tried to get into his comics. I like Ghost Rider, like the actor. So we'll see if this one actually gets done.
Or which one he'll be, too.
Yeah, that I thought they said, but this isn't too far off from Blade. So let's see if it actually gets made.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got retconned, but we had Robbie Reyes in there, and we also had Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider in there as well, because he passed on the mantle to Robbie Reyes, but you didn't actually see his face.
Oh, really?
But it was his version that showed up in there.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, it was confirmed. So, but we don't know what they're going to do with, if it's going to be Johnny Blaze, if it's going to be Robbie. It's probably going to be a motorcycle one, I would imagine. But I'm not too familiar with the other
John
incarnations.
Blaze and Dan Ketch. Now, I like Ketch. He was the one I grew up on. He had the better looking bike. Johnny Blaze was around. I know they had teamed up. They were in a comic, Spirits of Vengeance, and Johnny Blaze was not Ghost Rider anymore, but he had a shotgun that shot Hellfire. Yeah. So
that was the one with Venom too, right? The Spirits of Vengeance.
I don't remember him being. See, I didn't read the series long, so I'm not sure if he was involved with that. I just when I watched it. When I read it, it was those two. They were fighting against Lilith, and I forgot the whole arc there. But I hope it works. They got to have the guts to make these movies. All these can't make these cute little horror movies like that werewolf movie that people were trying to tell us was good. That movie came and went.
Was that the X-Men one?
No, remember that black and white one they had on Disney?
Oh, Werewolf by Night. I got you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What,
So
you don't want to see Man Thing again?
hell no, hell no, hell no. But like these are like positive signs. Uh, we'll see what's going on with the mutants moving forward, and again, if they have the guts to do this Ghost Rider movie, like that's the big question here. Moving on, we spoke on Blade. News came out; it's officially done, and gentleman, I can't say his name. He
Mahershala
doesn't sound
Ali.
Mahershala does not sound happy at all about how this went. And we aren't happy about it either. This was, let's see, it has to be like 5 years ago. So what year was that? It was July 20th, 2019. So
Yikes.
7 years ago.
Years.
So yeah, you know, um, so that
How
came and
hard?
went.
How hard is it to make a Blade movie? He just needs to fight vampires, man.
It's,
I know they were trying to make it a
uh,
period piece at one point, and that's why
yeah,
most of the wardrobe went to Sinners because they scrapped
yep,
that idea.
right. Um, I don't understand. So that's officially done. Wonder Man is also, which is one of the Disney Plus shows I actually liked. Um,
And it was
that
confirmed for a
was
season 2 also.
right, and then it was scrapped.
Yeah.
Um, so the gentleman like yeah, what's his name? What's his
Yeah, yeah.
for uh,
He was, yeah.
we can just go with yeah, yeah. It's an actor,
Yeah.
another actor I really like,
I
and
know he was
this
Black
whole thing,
Manta in
right?
Aquaman.
He was in Black Manta, Aquaman. He was in the Get Down. He was was it Black Cadillac or something like that. But he's a good actor. I'm sorry to see he did not get an opportunity to move forward with this character. I would have liked to see the character overall move forward. MCU. So that's on the rocks and over. But circling back to DC, we have Lanterns, which is dropping this month. Um, and that will be on, what's the dates? Release dates.
His name is Yahya Abdul Mateen II.
There you go. August 16th. So that's next week. Yep, next Sunday.
Yep.
Next Sunday we'll have Lanterns, and I mentioned this before. Big Lantern fan, especially during the Emotional Spectrum series, which lasted a couple of years with Johns, which going from Rebirth all the way to Brand New Day, Brightest Day. Uh, but I hope this works. Like good actors involved. Let's see and this is actually might be the biggest name outside of Superman that
Yeah.
is highlighted. Actually, we talked about pushing specific characters. This might be the second biggest name uh, after Superman. Not even probably. It is. It is. And we'll get John Stewart and Hal Jordan. We'll also get Sinestro. Hopefully, Sinestro moves forward within the DC universe and becomes what we expect him to be, leader of the Sinestro Corps. Uh, so we'll see. He's got to do something. He's got to do something soon because the guys up top, they don't care about us comic fans. They care about our money. They saw Spider-Man make money, and they're asking, "Where's my money? Don't we
Yeah.
have comic book characters too?" So, like, it's really, I believe at the top. That's how simple how simple the conversations go. Where's my money? Like we have comic book characters too. Why can't we make money also?
Yeah.
Uh,
I think in terms of what Gunn is doing, they need somebody to direct him.
yeah,
He can be in charge of the movies and the scripts and something, but there's somebody above him needs to pick out the characters and outline the universe itself because
yes,
he's starting too small. I mean, I know Superman is the biggest character, but everything else is jump change compared to what he is. Not to be reductive, but
His plan is good. Well, it would be acceptable if you were just dealing with books. Like you can get away with like a like special series, miniseries, 6 issues or whatever.
yeah,
Like your goal is to ultimately make money there, of course. But in the movies, like this has been going on a long time now. There's a certain amount of money you have to make with these movies, and you need to use specific characters. Unfortunately, like that's just I don't want to say the rules, but it's what's recommended. It's what's recommended.
yeah,
Um, so you're going to have to get aggressive or reevaluate whatever word you want to use. Audible. I know you had a plan, but like you're going to have to shake it up a little bit. Um, I need to check out Supergirl. It's uh, on demand, so maybe I'll watch that tonight
just
before I
give it a
go on my
rent.
little
Yeah,
trip. Yeah, yeah. I wanted to see it. Like I think to say that something's bad without watching it or trying it is you don't really have any. You really can't speak to the subject. You got to give it a try. You can say it looks bad or you have no interest. That's even better to say. Say you have no interest. Don't say something is bad if you haven't watched it. Because I
yeah,
definitely have shows that I'm not interested in watching that. So I
yeah,
can dig that. Um,
yeah. Keep your
so
opinions about the trailer if that's all you want to talk about. But if you haven't seen the movie,
right,
we don't want to hear from you.
right. Like we need a better we need better insight. Um, X-Men '97. You been watching it?
No, I have not yet.
Okay.
I do need to
Um,
catch up on it though.
yeah, it's I wanted to talk to Mike or Terrence, the part of the mutant delegation, see what they thought. And see if they're concerned with any of the stories. Like I think it's moving pretty good. I no complaints. I've been tuning in every was it Wednesday? Tuning in every Wednesday to check it out.
Not
Um,
a not a huge departure from the first season now that the director's changed.
See, it's funny. Like me, I'm just taking it at the face value. Like there were better. Like the apocalypse arc was probably like the highlight of the season so far. The
Hmm.
low light was definitely a Wolverine episode. That was not really good. It's okay. It wasn't great, but it's been like a steady line. It's been like a steady line. Uh, there are like 3 teams moving through this series. I like the I like that they took a different perspective this season with X Force and X Factor, and we got different teams and different outcomes. But I want to hear from Mike and Terrence, see what they thought. Um, I did watch a movie that I wanted to see in the theater, but I ended up watching at home. Did you watch Back Rooms?
No,
Back Room,
that is what
strange.
I do want to see too.
Okay, I won't go too far. Very strange movie. Um, I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. So weird. It was so weird, and it's like as soon as the weirdness started, there's no way that movie would have continued with me. Like this is more obvious than anything in any movie, horror movie. It wasn't even a horror movie. It was a sci-fi type deal. I guess there were some horror accident aspects. Yeah, there were, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
just
Like
like
yeah, I feel familiar with the concepts of the back rooms.
I didn't
But
know this
yeah,
was like a thing. Like these were
the the
a
internet.
series on. Yeah,
Yeah, the internet started it up, and
yes,
yeah, it kind of what is it the confirmation that our world is a construct or a simulation or whatever.
yeah. It was the architecture in there was crazy. Like the story was crazy. Everything was crazy.
I do
But
like
it was.
Chiwetel Ejiofor also.
Oh yeah,
I love him.
yeah.
He's a great actor.
He is, and he had a good performance in the movie. Just strange movie, strange and interesting movie. Is what I'll say. Um, But
Yeah.
yeah, they definitely check that out.
I did manage to catch Masters of the Universe while it was on streaming.
What did you think? And I'll tell you what I thought. What
Well,
did you think?
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
I know they were taking the piss out of the entire existence of what He-Man was
Uh
in
huh.
this movie, but the fact that they weren't afraid to represent the characters and what they actually look like in the show,
Yeah.
the excuse of their names, like their actual names, of him being a
Yeah.
kid, naming him after that is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Um, but no, as a movie of what it was good. I mean, if you wouldn't have told me, I wouldn't have known that Skeletor was Jared Leto, except for when he laughed. That's the only time that I picked up because I
Okay.
heard the Joker in his laugh when the Skeletor laughed. But yeah, I thought it was fun. Honestly, it was good.
I need to watch it when I'm fully awake. Like me and my wife, we were excited to watch this. Like she wanted to watch it, and I was down to watch it. And I fell asleep when they got back to Eternia and were thrown in prison, and then I fell
Mhm.
asleep. That was 2 weeks ago. So I do want to circle back to that. That and watch Supergirl. I'll probably do that tonight. Um, but yeah, um, but honestly, like this year, I just been watching. I wanted to talk about the Odyssey, but I want to get somebody else and uh, that's seen it. The Odyssey was really good. Um, you know, you listen to these dummies on the internet, you would have missed out on a really good movie.
Yeah,
Um, Strong movie. Nolan always does strong movies though, and that continued. It was a long movie. It was like, even when he got home, it was like the beginning of another movie. It was just, it was good. Robert Patterson was good. Holland was good. Um, John was good. Like it's another movie where you had strong performances from actors, um, and it carried through. It carried through the movie. Effects were good. Music. It's a movie that I want to see it again. Whether or not that happens is another question. Just because of life, life in general. Um, but yeah, just watching movies, and I committed myself to watching more movies this year, or just enjoying the summer. Like I've been outside more, and I have not read any comics in months now. Like I'm right to lose a comic book argument right now. I don't have anything in me read. I need to read. Um, but yeah, like you have any anything else you wanted to add? Anything you got planned for the rest of the summer?
well,
These
let's see.
last month?
Yeah, besides seeing uh, lanterns and Clayface coming out, and I think it's in November.
Forgot about that.
Um, the the new season of Strange New Worlds started. We're 3 episodes in
Okay.
right now. Um, I think it started out really strong. Um, First episode was their Star Trek's usual crazy circular time travel paradox episode, which was pretty well done, honestly.
Hmm.
Second episode was really good. It was basically an homage to Event Horizon, and it's interesting to see that. I always love
Mm.
those ghost ship episodes, so
Mm.
you give me one of those, and I'll always watch it. Third episode was bizarre and off-putting, to say the least. It wasn't all that, but there's
Okay.
always going to be those. Yeah, but that's going on. I know there's another episode that I'm not going to like, but I'll reserve my judgment until it comes out. Um, Another big thing we mentioned kind of it at the beginning, um, but the division is having a new incursion, and that's basically a 4-player raid
Mm.
coming to on Tuesday, a new one. And this time, in order to celebrate it, they are having two. there's 4 teams of 2 Division YouTubers and 2 Destiny 2 YouTubers tackling this incursion. So I'm not familiar with the Division people, but Mactix, iFrostbolt, Grenadier Jake, and Aztec Cross. They are going to be joining the Division streamers, Wids, DJ Tickle, GC Rock, and former guest Rogue Gold. And they're going to be, I think it's Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. They're going to be tackling the incursion to try to entice viewers and players of Destiny to jump over to the Division.
That game really did hold my attention at one point. I might actually take a look at that.
Yeah, I'll give you a heads up when the streams start. If you wanted to watch them or listen to them, they'll be on Twitch and YouTube. I'm sure.
Yeah, I will definitely watch. Is it this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if I remember correctly, there's going to be the challenge starts on the 11th, but I think it's going to be a developer live stream on the 11th, and then the players are going to be going on the 12th. But they might split up the other teams into different days too. I just know I have moderation duty for the Rogue Gold stream, so I'll have to be sure to be on that to watch. And he's also going to be teaming up with Livid Frey, who is a Division 1 YouTuber, but also does a lot of Division 2 also. And I'm also her moderator, so
okay.
She had to bring in another moderator in order to watch her stream while I watched the other one. I can't do 2 on my phone, unfortunately. And yeah, and as Aztecross is the only YouTuber on the Destiny side that I've ever heard of. So
that name is familiar.
Yeah, and each one of those 4 are also bringing one with them, so there might be some more familiar names with there. I'm just not, I'm not sure who they are.
Okay. This sounds good. Any you got any vacation or anything planned?
No, I'm still trying to recoup from past excursions across the country. Yeah, I think I'm probably not going to be going back to Burning Man anymore. It's just gotten so expensive. That would be normally the end of August, beginning of September. But yeah, no, nothing really planned right now.
Okay. Well, I think outside this vacation, this will be it. Kids are going back soon, but and football is here. I got to start up the Multiverse League soon. Get that going.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I think that's it for the movies too. I can't think of anything. There is I don't know if you saw this trailer. It's called Dig with Tom Cruise.
Digger,
yeah.
Yeah,
I want to see that.
The teaser for that movie was so bizarre because it was just a bunch of Tom Cruise roles, and then it shows this. I'm like, well, what the hell is this? It doesn't give us any idea. It's a comedy, apparently, right?
Yeah, and like the whole the camera, it looks like a big ass dream. It just looks so weird. I was like, I'm gonna watch it. I think he didn't get a chance to do his what's the guy he played in Tropic Thunder? I can't think of his character. They was talking like a spinoff movie, and I think he just wanted to do a movie in like heavy makeup and not be Tom Cruise. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch. But yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Like it's always good talking with you, sir.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully, to our listeners, thank you for your support, and we will talk Odyssey hopefully on our next episode. And enjoy the rest of your summer. Be safe. Read some books and watch some movies and stay cool.
Yep. Play some games. Do all that stuff.
Yeah. Enjoy, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.